probando. Probando, probando. Ok, hola. Estoy probando y creo que se escucha bien. Principalmente la calidad de audio está bien. Me veo bonito. Bien. Okay, hello there, and welcome. And thank you so much for joining this stream where I'm going to be answering some questions. You can take a look at the description of this video if you wish to add more questions. My name is Tiwanok, and I am an English teacher with, I think, in July it's going to be 11 years of experience, but let's call it 10 and keep it simple. Okay, so basically what we're going to be doing here, I have the stream right here, the camera. We'll also take a look at the website in a minute. Again, you can take a look at the description and you are free to add the questions, or you can also leave them here in the comments with no problem. Okay, so basically what we're going to do here is that it feels weird. Honestly, when I speak alone, it feels weird, but I haven't done this in a really long time. I used to stream video games years back when I wanted to be a streamer in a way, but it's good. It's good. What else? Well, I'm looking at myself here. I have the chat also right there next to you guys, and here I have my phone just in case, so I can hear that everything is working just fine. Okay, so what we're gonna do now is that we have the website right here, and let's refresh it to see if we have any questions, any other extra questions. Okay, here what we're going to do, actually let me add the text just real quick. Okay, open the description text. Okay, and the description, and go to the link for comment questions. Right, I'll go over here and I will go with this. This would do the trick. Okay, now, oops, I'm going to move this right here. I'm sorry, I haven't done this in a really long time. Okay, open the description and click. Good. Simple as that. Now I'm going to make it smaller. Yep, got it. And right here, oh my gosh. Hold on, once again. A little bit more, and here we are. Yes. Yeah. That should do the trick. Okay, so what we're going to do is that we're going to take a look at these questions that I have on this side. The first question that I have is how. Oh, there are more questions. Okay, so we're going to start from top to bottom. All right, and if you want, or if you think that someone else might be benefited with this video, feel free to share the link. Okay, the first question, well, is the one that I have, is like how to do it. Well, we're going to tap on the plus icon as your text, or you can also leave a comment here. No problem. Okay, so the first question that we have on this side is by Nicole, which I think she's not around, but it's okay. There's only one person watching, that's going to be you, Sebastian. But okay, Nicole's question is, what is your best recommendation for us as future teachers? How can we manage a problematic group? Well, first off, this is a very good question, Nicole. Basically, the first thing that we need to take into account here is the target audience. Yes? If we are working with students who are kind of troublemakers, but they are kids, it's easier than doing it with teenagers or adults. Okay? You always have to take into account that you are, I don't like to see it that way that much, but you're sort of the authority in the classroom, right? Of course, that is not going to give you the right to treat students, like to take advantage of your students and, like say mean things or do abusive things. Or I have personally seen this when I was a student. Physical, abuse, like hitting a student, or like I forgot to say calvazo, but those things. I would say that that would be the best recommendation that I have. One, keep in mind the so keep in mind the audience. Let's call it like that. Okay, if it's kids, so if it's kids, what you're going to do is they're going to say why it's not good to be. Well, actually, I think I'm answering Sebastian's question there as well at the same time. Okay, if it's kids, it's always going to happen, right? It's going to be. Oh my gosh, I'm getting nervous, man. I'm getting nervous, but okay. So, if it's kids, first off, it's easier to do it, right? It's easier. Why? Because you can simply stop the class and face the problem directly, okay? And it also depends the type of problem they're causing. In the case of Sebastian, for example, he says that how can we handle situations where students, actually, can I move this around? How can we handle situations where students tell us xenophobic or racist comments about another classmate or someone they know? Okay, so Sebastian, if you are watching here, you can leave a comment on the video or you can leave a comment on the Padlet, okay? And I would like to know a little bit more about your case. Is it little kids? Is it teenage students? You know, like, let's take a look at that. Hello, can you hear me? I just noticed that I had the microphone off. Oh my gosh. Sorry. Okay, so thank you very much for joining this stream. As I said before, you can leave the comments in the video, or you can leave the comments in the Padlet link that is on the group or in the description of the video. First thing that we need to do is that we have to establish clear rules and clear, well, we have to, let me write it differently. First off, be clear, okay? When it comes to rules, and expectations, okay? What we're going to do there, in this case, is that we're going to define. Hi, hello. I'm seeing more people joining the chat. Thank you very much for joining. Thank you very much. Okay, so this is kind of weird, no? Like teacher streamer. Okay, so the first thing that we need to do is that we have to be clear, right? When it comes to rules and expectations, we can define them. Define rules from the first class, right? From the first class, the first thing you need to do as soon as you meet a new group of students, you're going to make your expectations from the beginning. So in my classroom, actually, I had a poster. I don't have it anymore, sadly. Let me see if I have it here. Classroom rules. I don't think I do, but if I did, that would be great. Let me look for this real quick. Oh yes, I found it. Okay, I'm going to create another scene real quick. Here. Let me just create another scene real quick. Moment. This is going to be class rules, and I'm going to move this. I'm going to move it here. Sorry, just a moment. Okay, so I will move this to this part right here, and here in this part. I'm going to move this. There you go. Okay. So I think you should be able to see this image. It's the classroom rules. So this is something that I designed a long time ago. I designed this a really long time ago. Let me organize it so that it's more visible, like this. I think it should be more visible now. And this part is okay. So this is something that I made from when I was a teacher during the post-pandemic era, which was in 2021. Some rules have been adapted, right? And I always explain this to my students the first day of class. So all my classes are from this classroom all the time. So that gives me the freedom to add posters, images, to decorate it in certain way. Okay. So the first thing that I have, teacher, is positive points for following me. Well, I mean, if you're following, thank you very much. This is a channel that I don't use a lot, only when I'm streaming. But we will talk about that later. I am actually answering your question, Nicole. Your question about the problematic group. I'll show you. This one, I'm answering your question. This one. The best recommendation for us as future teachers, and I am writing your response. Okay. And the first thing that I said, let's get back to this. The first thing that I said is that we're going to be clear, okay? When it comes to rules, expectations, and I'm showing this poster that I designed a really long time ago. And this one is, as you guys can see, it's the classroom rules, and I make clear always I mean, that's the first rule. In my classroom, respect is everything. I mean, to me, it doesn't matter if you're black, if you're white, if you're gay, if you are rich, if you're poor. To me, that makes absolutely no difference. Everyone in my classroom is the same, and everyone in my classroom has the same rights. Okay? That's why I think that I need to put this on first place. We know that COVID changed people a lot. And after COVID, I needed to be a little bit more serious with this rule. Now, of course, these are some general rules that I apply to all my students, but the first one, the one about respect, that one is absolutely the one that we need. Okay, so let me just. I am a little bit of a narcissist, so I'm going to start. Okay. Nah, my camera is not visible yet. That's fine. Okay, so the second rule that I have for my students is that phones are okay as long as the phones are being used for school purposes. For example, we're going to play a game. We're going to go with quizzes. We're going to go with Kahoot. We're going to go with any activity that requires the use of a phone. Or phone, in that case, phones are perfectly okay, and I am totally fine with that. Okay. The only thing that maybe wouldn't work for school purposes is if my students, like, if nobody had, like, how can I say this? Yeah, like if you're taking your phone but you're not being serious, and it's like, yeah, teacher, I'm going to use it for this academic activity, and then you see them chatting, that's not good. Of course, unless it's like a family thing and stuff. But if you see your students taking selfies or playing Free Fire or something like that, kindly, you're going to ask them to either put the phone in their bag, or to hand them over to you, and you will give it back to them at the end of the class. 90% of the times, the students are going to put it in the bag first attempt. First try, you tell them, I need you to put the phone back, put it in the bag, we'll do it. Okay? If they object to do it, you're going to tell them, okay, listen, so we're doing this activity here, it's not good, so I'm going to ask you one more time, put it in your bag. I don't want to. Okay, good. And of course, depending on the student, you will know how to proceed. I mean, if it's an adult, you can't force the adult to give you their phone. Same thing if it's a teenager, right? Because, well, you can get in deep trouble. When it's little kids, usually, I mean, like, they follow orders, at least from my experience and the kids that I've taught all these years. They say, yes, teacher, sorry, and they put it in their bag. You have to say this with firm authority, okay? Because if you're not firm, if you're like, hey, yeah, sorry, can you please, like, no, they are not going to follow you. So we need to be firm. I think I told this to Sarah. I told Sarah, yeah, I think I told this to her in her micro teaching, and also in the class that I observed, that we need to have a firm tone without raising our voice to students, okay? And they will follow our instructions, okay? Now, the third rule that I have, and I make emphasis in each and every one of them, and it's this one. It's like it goes, it's okay if you don't understand, ask me your questions, it's my job. So, if it happens, because it happened to me, that when I was in university, I almost failed the subject because I didn't participate. And sadly, that's a situation that's going to happen with one of my students, not from this group, of course, and not from any other group. Well, okay, so it's important to create a space where your students feel that it's okay if they make mistakes. Yeah, if they, because everyone is learning at the end of the day. Okay, so I always encourage my students to ask questions. I constantly ask them, guys, so far so good, everything okay, questions. And you know, I have a couple of students for giving me examples. Now, I'm going to make a quick parenthesis here, and the first thing that I'm going to tell you is that all of this is going to be from my experience as a teacher in general, and not focused exclusively on our subject, which is didactics. Okay, because you're also going to see didactics like for teens and adults, but all of this, what I'm telling you, it works. Okay. Now, always make sure that your students are following, make sure that they are doing the work. Okay, monitor your students, but don't focus so much on only one. All right, like if you have them work in pairs or in groups, walk around the classroom, you know, like at least pretend that you're seeing the book, the student's book. They were like, oh yeah, teacher, is this okay? Teacher, is this good? And they will tell you. Okay. First, number 4, here's this. So in my class, my students can eat. Absolutely. I mean, everybody gets hungry. But the rule is that if they spill, they must clean, like it or not. And also they have to give me half of the food. And in this part, everybody laughs a lot. Because, well, the teacher, look, what's up? Okay, but it's like, no, oh, my potato chips, oh, my soda, and they spill it. And many people are like, yeah, no, que lo limpie el del aseo. I'm like, I'm sorry, my friend. Go get a broom, go get a mop, and clean, right? So many people are lazy and they prefer not to eat. But when they do, trust me, like, it has happened like 4 or 5 times that students, I thought this would start at 4 p.m. Is it? Is it though? Is it going to start at 4? I don't know. Did I say 4 p.m.? Let me check the chat. No, I will connect like from 3 until 6:30, more or less, until I get bored. I said in the chat. Maybe 4 p.m. Mexico time. Maybe. But okay, so that's what I have. And they have actually gone downstairs. My classroom is on a 3rd floor, mind you. So they have to go all the way down to the lobby, find the person who's in charge of cleaning, you know, they have to find the concierge, and they get a broom, and they come here. Sorry. They come here and they clean, right? My students clean. Okay? When we do this compartir, you know, these activities like potlucks and stuff, I also have my students, you know, I delegate responsibilities. And delegating is something cool. I don't know if you guys know what delegating is. Put it in the chat if you know, like, let me open this. Put in the chat if you know what delegating is. Do you know what that is? If you do, put it in the chat. Okay, put that in the chat. I'll just a minute, in just a moment, but put your answers in the chat if you know what delegating is. All right, thank you very much. So let's see, delegating, yes. So basically, when you have a lot of responsibilities and you have a lot of things to do, you're not going to do everything alone, right? What you want to do is that you want to have other people to help you. So in my classroom, I mean, it's a very small classroom, and I have sometimes from 6 to 13 students, and what I do is that we're going to eat something, we're going to have fun, we're going to have a great time, but in the end, I go with like Jose, Maria, Camilo, you guys are going to be in charge of cleaning. They're like, but teacher, why me? So then I go. And you, Eileen, Luis, Carlos, you guys are going to organize the chairs. On this side, you're going to go get a mop, a broom. Like, that's what I do. I delegate it because everybody did the activity together. We did the activity together. Everybody ate. Everybody had fun. Everybody's going to clean, right? It's responsibility, basic responsibilities, and that's pretty much what we're doing here. Okay, we need to delegate. So that's what I have for that one, and that's what I have for cleaning the classroom. That's why, if you guys remember, when we finish class, I always tell you, please help me organize the chairs here and there, okay? Because we need to respect the people who are in charge of cleaning and the monitors and all that. All right. Rule number 5, it's this one: keep it friendly, keep it peaceful, and especially keep it cool. That's one of my favorite rules, because the idea is that you're coming to learn English or maths or any other subject, and the idea is that everybody has a good time. Yes, you're not going to make your classes boring and tedious or anything like that. I mean, nobody wants that, actually. So, what I want to encourage you guys to do here, what I want to do here, guys, is that we're going to create an atmosphere in your class. Okay. We're going to establish a rapport with your students, and I know it's easier said than done, of course, but there needs to be this little balance, right? You can't be too lenient, but at the same time you can't be too strict. How do you know? It depends on the student, right? It depends on the students that you have, but ideally, relax about things, but not so much that your students think that your class is a recocha, because that in the long run is going to affect your performance, and it's going to make it more difficult. Okay, from my experience, I can tell you that I had this group of students. They were adult learners, and it was advanced English, and the rapport was really good. I mean, like, we used to order food, maybe twice a week and stuff, and there was always this guy who paid for it. Just like, cool, that's cool, and the guy is great and stuff. I'm not his teacher anymore, so we're kind of friends, but not the best friends around, but still. But this person started to mix the relationship between friendship and professionalism in schools, and that's a big problem, because if you're like, it's okay, man, you can do this and this and that later, they're going to stop working. And that's what happened to me. This student stopped submitting homework just because it's like, I know, teacher, no, oye, teacher, pasa nada. And the performance felt terrible. And then when you want to get control again, when you want to take control of the class again, it's going to be so much more difficult. So it's important to know how to be professional and tactful. Now, especially you guys who are working with little kids, we need to be, friendly and everything good, but not so much that your students are going to relax and do nothing. Okay, that's what I have for that one. Now, rule number 6 is something that doesn't apply anymore because it's not COVID. Yeah, that's outdated. But if a student is showing symptoms and stuff, I always get them to put on the face mask. Number 7, use English as much as possible. This is for my academy, right? For the academy I work at, I'm sorry. And the idea is that your students are going to be using English for as much as they can, right? So that's that. Use English as much as possible, and also use their own supplies. Now, we saw a Padlet a few weeks ago. I put a link where you guys could tell me class vocabulary that has worked for you, and really simple vocabulary, short imperatives like stand up, sit down, open your books, Teacher, can I go to the restroom? Teacher, I have a question. Those basic things, right, help a lot. And that's what we need to do. We need to create. We have to be facilitators. I mean, we are not teachers at the end of the day. We are facilitators, and we want and we expect our students to be. We expect them to be what? We expect them to be. We expect them to feel comfortable in class, so that they're more open to learning. Okay. And the number 8, well, their own supplies. This is something that happened once. A student wrote the answers to a few questions in an eraser. So that's why we need to we need to be extra careful with those things. You know, like you guys know, so hacer trampa listicos. Okay, so those are the rules that I have. I'm going to get back to Nicole's answer. Those are the rules that I have for her. Okay, so what we're going to, what we're going to do, first thing that we have here, interacting with browser, define rules from the first class. It can be 3 rules, 4 rules, really short, really simple, okay? But we are going to make sure that these rules are simple, understandable, and especially they need to be consistently enforced, okay? So make them clear. I'm saying clear a lot. Make them simple, understandable, and consistently enforced. Okay, so that's that on the first item. Okay, the second thing that we need to do, if a group is being problematic, we need to, and I already said this, we need to build relationships. Okay, how are we gonna do this? You know, we can get to know our students. So when I say get to know, oh wait, I'm going to update it. I hope I don't lose the. Cool. Okay, so when we say get to know your students, I mean. Because I saw this in one class that we were being like super technical. It's like, how do you get to know your students? I know you have to do a needs analysis, and you have to. I mean, yes, but in the long run, you're going to spend the rest of your life doing needs analysis over and over and over again. We don't want that. In this case, it's because it's, and I'm not supposed to say this, so I'm sorry. Professionally speaking, I'm not supposed to say this, but personally speaking, this is my channel. I am not working, so. The needs analysis that we do in university is something strictly academic. In my opinion, it's something that is to fulfill a requirement. How do we get to know our students? Spend time with them, listen to them, analyze them, the way they move, the way they study, the way they express their words, their ideas. Those are the things that we need to know. We need to know how to read a room. Okay? And it's kind of funny that I say this, but that's that. Okay? So, that's that. You know, like, spend time with your students. Understand each student's how can I say this, like the strengths, is it THS or HT? Yeah, HTS, the strength, no, THS, that happens to me sometimes. The student's strengths, sorry, somebody robbed someone. The strengths, and challenges. Actually, you know what? I am a señora chismosa. Give me one moment. Nothing worth my standing up. I mean, I saw a lot of people, but nothing really was going on. Okay, so let's get back to this part and the website. Okay, so where was I? Yes, get to know your students, each student's strengths, interests, challenges. Okay, I'm speaking, yes, I'm speaking clearly. Okay, what else? What else we need to take into account? Something that I saw in one of the comments that some of you guys left in the Google Forms yesterday was that I don't know who it was honestly, but if you're here in the video, I love you. Great comment. But it was that basically it was something like the teacher understands and remembers that he was also a student and shows empathy, and he knows what life is like. And that, my friend, whoever commented, fucking A, great. So you're going to show respect and empathy to your students. I remember because of the word empathy. We cannot be indifferent towards our students, all right? We cannot, because students, at the end of the day, as us teachers, are also human beings, and we're doing our best. Okay, so we're going to show respect, we're going to show empathy. Okay, you're going to demonstrate that you care about your students as individuals, no matter the age. You're going to show them that you care about them. Okay, you should care about them. What else can we do? We can go with, in the case of Nicole, she said extra points. I go, yes, of course, if you're still in the chat, but I see that you're not. Okay, so we're going to go with, give me just a moment. The video is public, yes, it's public. Okay, good. So you're going to show them that you care about them, and the last thing you're going to do is you're going to go with positive interactions, okay? You guys are going to be, we're going to interact positively with our students. Okay. How are you going to do it? Smile, say hello, be friendly to them. When I was in the school, in the first school, doing the observations, many students were like, oh, hello, good morning. Same thing. And other guys are like, I'm not going to look at you like that way because they're also people, and especially they're kids. Yes? Esta es una profesión muy bonita. Y perdón por hablar en español. Es una profesión muy bonita donde, sorry. We're not going to change the world, but our students will. Okay. What was that? Como que no estoy. Because you came back. Okay, let me take a look at live chat here. I don't know. Here on the computer, all I have is top chat. And here on my phone, I can actually see the number of students who are connected, which is 4. I would say 3. I'm one of them. I'm watching the stream. But okay, so thank you. We're going to smile, say hello, be polite. There's no need to be a dick with little kids. Okay. All right. Rule number 3. To manage a problematic group, make your lessons engaging. That would be good. What else? I'll go with. We already went with positivity, right? So, be clear. Relationships. Oh yes, this thing. Implement positive reinforcement. This is something that we're going to do a lot. We need to do this. Now, some of the comments that I received that were sent to me yesterday was, teacher, we read a lot of things. It got kind of boring. It got kind of tedious, and I know, I understand. Be it your field, it did feel tedious, right? And even to me, I mean, I was checking the same thing like 25 times. So, but anyway, I had you guys read a couple of materials at university. Yes, I asked you to read the first 9, I think 12 episodes of the Teacher's English Guide. And I also talked about the Stephen Krashen's theory with the affective filter, which I'm pretty sure you guys remember. If you don't, basically it is in layman English, in real life English, you know, like calling a spade a spade, calling a spade a spade, I'm sorry. If you're gonna be a dick to your students, they're not going to learn. If you're going to be very, like, oh, that's good work, no, they're going to feel more motivated. But don't do it that much so that your students expect praise, like positive comments for anything they do, because that is also going to be counterproductive in the future. Just like that. Ahí está, lo dije. Si uno es muy porquería con sus estudiantes, se van a bloquear, no van a aprender. Pero si uno se pasa de, ay papito, qué lindo, ay tan bonito, your students are going to be looking for anything to get your approval. You can make comments, of course, on their work. It's like, oh, you did this and this, that's good. But it's like, wow, it's the best thing I've seen. No, because that's going to affect them academically and personally in the future. And they're going to grow up thinking like they're, like the second coming of Jesus Christ or something like that. But we don't want that in our students. We're going to create educated, decent people. Okay. So, what else? Oh no, wait, no. Okay, I continue. 5. Can I edit? Oh yes, I can edit. Okay, 5. You're going to how to say this? We're going to involve parents, if necessary. Now, something that I get from many parents actually is that they're like, no, teacher, thank you very much because you are committed. Profe, me Dios me lo bendiga porque la niña, no sé qué. Profe, Sarita está muy motivada. Like the classic comments that parents make. We're going to be there, be aware. Send them a message, Don't send them messages up to the point that their parents are going to be like, se me hace intenso, like a couple of messages, like, hello, congratulations to Esteban, who did a great job today. Rosario, please, your mom is, your daughter is showing this and this and these problems. Let's solve this situation together. Let's see what we can do about it. If they see that you're interested in your kids, in their kids' learning process, they're going to be more present. That's something that, from my experience, has worked a lot. I have been an English teacher for kids, for children, only for 8 years out of the 10 that I've been teaching, right? And again, like I've worked this academy most of my life, but also I've worked in schools, private schools, garage schools, public schools, and well, man, everything works if you tell a parent or a guardian, like un tutor or like acudiente, like anybody, if you tell them that you are like if you show them that you are involved in your kids' learning, they will notice that. I'm just checking if it looks good because it looks kind of laggy here. But okay. So involve parents, if it's necessary. All right. Also, ask for help. Don't feel bad if you need to ask other people for help. I do it all the time. I sometimes, here in the academy, I go talk to my boss. He was a teacher here for 20-something years. At university, I go with Professor Morales, with Adriana. I love her. She's amazing. One of the best teachers I've ever had. Right? So, ask for help. Ask for tips. That thing you're doing with me here, professionally, I'm going to be here for as long as you guys allow me to. Like in your education, in your professional life, as long as you guys allow me to be there, I will be there. Okay? So ask for help at any moment. Feel free to do it. I don't know if that answers your question, Nicole. Please leave it in the chat if it actually answers your question. Does it? So I'm going to send this. Before I lose it, I'm going to click here on update, and I'm going to delete this. Okay, so that was a very good question, and that was the first one. That's good. So I guess if Nicole is good and happy with her answer, I could move on to the next question. I am going from top to bottom, from left to right. Nicole's was the first question. Here's another one. I'm explaining to you how to do it. You're gonna click on the plus sign over here. Now this question here by Anonymous. Okay, Anonymous. What do you think has been the most difficult challenge of being a teacher? Oh, actually, well, you guys can see it. So let me just... Don't tell me that I have been speaking all this time with the microphone off. Don't tell me. Fucking hell. No. No way. Was I speaking all this time with the microphone off? No way. No. No way. No way. No way. All this time I was speaking with the microphone off. No. Super fail, man. No way, dude. Super fail, man. No way, dude. Ah, shish. Nah. No, that's a lot of time. What do you mean? And you commented just now? For real? Ah. No, like 5 minutes. Okay, well, no, basically, I don't know. Well, yeah, ask for help, parents, students. I mean, ask for help from colleagues, you know, like coordinators, anybody. And then I said that I'm going to be here for you for as long as you guys allow me to be there. Yes. In your professional life, in your learning life, I'm going to be there if you guys allow me to, of course. But that's pretty much what I said. But no way. I also noticed that this thing wasn't moving. I was like, what's going on there? No freaking way, man. But okay, we're back. So I moved down here, and I was going to move on with the next question, which, what do you think has been the most challenge of being a teacher? And that was the second question. But Nicole, please tell me if I answered your question, or if there's something else that you want me to add. I can perfectly do it. No way, man. I can't believe it. I forgot to check the microphone status. Oh well, I guess that happens to anyone, right? Also, this is the first time that I stream a video, It's the first time that I stream a video in like a year or something like that. But please tell me you can hear me now. Yeah, at least I can hear myself. Down. Okay, fantastic, Nicole. I'm happy to help, and if you have any more, you're free to ask me. Okay. So, the next question was, what do you think has been the most difficult challenge of being a teacher? So, as I said before, I've been teaching for a decade now, and there are so many things that I have reflected on. Sometimes I even feel that it's like, sometimes I even wonder, like, is this the thing that I like am I worthy enough for doing this? Oh, my microphone turned off when I started to answer the anonymous question. Oh, okay. Sorry. It's alright. Thanks a lot. Okay, so what I said is that basically the most difficult thing as a teacher is when you feel that you are down, because when you are down, it's very difficult that someone actually, like, helps you. Usually you are the one who's for your students and all that, but it's going to sound sad and cliche, but who's for you when you need to? Do you know what I'm saying? So that's that. It's difficult, especially, I am like mental health speaking and stuff. It's very difficult personally. I mean, only like 5 students are going to see this anyway, but as someone with like moderate depression and anxiety, is really difficult to keep going sometimes, and you just feel that, I don't know, like, you simply want to feel that whatever you're doing is not good enough, and you don't know how to get out of that. So I've come to class a few times actually feeling like shit, kind of like as if I was about to cry or something like that. But then I start teaching and I forget, right? I forget that I'm feeling bad, and my students make me smile a lot, and they, they also have fun in their classes. And with things like those, I feel that, that it's good. That it's good. That I'm doing a good job, and that's what matters at the end of the day. That your students feel good in class. But when you are not feeling good, what do? Right? But of course, that is like on a personal mental health level. Talking about professionally as a teacher, the most challenging things or the most difficult challenges, it's not even working with difficult students. Would be, in general, paperwork. So in general, hold on. So long story short, when you're down in the dumps, second, paperwork can get crazy sometimes. Okay, there's another one. What else of being a teacher? Not from my personal experience, but from what I have seen with others, not updating. When some teachers stick to the same, grabadora and all that, that's something that, that's something bad. We need to, we need to what? We need to know about the latest trends in technology. and how to apply them to our teaching. Even if our students don't have access to technology in their classroom, the fact that we stay updated is going to make a tremendous difference. I'm telling you this from my heart. Okay? Now, if you will allow me for a moment, I'm going to have some water. This water sip is sponsored by Senior Frogs. Okay, so just a moment. Okay, so I don't know why it looks black. It's not supposed to look black, but okay. Where was I? Yes, you have to update to your to anything that comes out. You need to know, right? Because echa la ley, echa la trampa. Many students from the academy get shocked when I find out that they're working with ChatGPT. Now, that's also another controversial topic, and we need to speak about that. I don't know if we're gonna do that in this video or in another one in the future, but that is something that we need to talk about. Use technology to your favor. Update yourself. Learn new methodologies. Okay, if you don't do it, you're going to be obsolete. Nobody wants an obsolete teacher. Okay. Now that's on a personal level. Here's this. Professional level, paperwork can get crazy sometimes. What else? This is going to sound very controversial, but when you don't have not having formal training for working with students who have special needs, that is not going to make your learning impossible, of course not, but it's going to make it a little bit more complicated, but not impossible, of course. I mean, like, at the end of the day, people with special needs are just people like us, right? I had a student once, he had vision problems. I mean, the group was good, and as I told you a few minutes ago, having a good relationship with your students so that they also forget about their problems in class is vital. This student had serious vision problems, like serious. I mean, like, he actually had to use a little device and he had to put it like this on the book so he could read it. He told me that he was like almost blind, right? I was his teacher for like a year, I guess, a year and a half. And I even told him, I don't even remember his name. His name was like Javier or something like that, Jose Luis, I don't know. But it's like, uy, ven, ya con el PSP ahí leyendo lo del libro, making fun, but not in an offensive way, because we had this relationship. What made it more complicated, though, was writing on the board, designing worksheets. Sending them work was very difficult. Yes. What I did is that I had to adapt. Now, of course, the type of education that we give here at the academy is different from that we have at university. Okay. The difference basically is that we are like more casual type of education, but at university and at schools it tends to be a little bit more formal. Okay, so what are we gonna do? Adapt. I designed the worksheets and the exams for everybody, and then I took the same worksheet and I changed the font, and I used clearer drawings, clearer illustrations, and that helped. And with activities that were online, he couldn't see from afar. I mean, he could barely see centimeters from him using a device and he could barely see. I read to him. He go, oh, the answer is this one, it's this other one, right? I have no formal training. Of course, I have no formal training. That's what I did, and he learned, and I had to take the quizzes with him like apart, like two options. Either he could use the PSP, I told him the PSP, or I used to read him the answers. Yes, read him the questions, so he would give me the answers, and I would go like, yes, this one's correct, this one's not. Okay. His sister was also great support for him. And I would let them work together most of times because I knew that she knew the situation better than me. So, that's that. Okay. What else? You know what? How can I say this? People. People. I don't know if I told you this story in class, but it was about a student that I had, and he was like, que yo le estoy pagando para eso, que yo le estoy pagando para tal, yo le estoy pagando para tal. This is a private academy, and students have to pay a lot of money for their education, right? I was explaining a topic the other day, and oh yeah, I told you that story. No, Kevin, no le pega al profe. That's what happened. People who are like that are the worst because you have to smile and be professional. But I would say that's the most complex thing, like dealing with difficult people. I'm going to put it like this, no more comments. Okay, I don't know if I answered the question to this anonymous person, but I hope that's enough, I guess. I don't know. Now, here we have this. Oh, give me just a moment. Oh, fuck. Okay, I'm going to be back in a moment. Okay, please don't go. Okay, hello, hello. Thank you very much for your patience. I was answering a question here from parents. You know, parents tend to be like, ah, profe, profe. But ready, I'm ready, okay? Hope I don't have any more questions from them because, I mean, I wasn't going to open WhatsApp in public. Okay, so let's continue with the next question. The next question that I have on this side is, hello, how can I lose my fear of teenagers? Oh, I think I know who this person is. Yeah, that's a very good question. Thank you very much. Okay, so the first thing that I have here for you is that teaching teenagers can be very, very difficult and very intimidating at the same time. But if we make use of the right strategies, it will also be very rewarding. It will be very good. First off, and more than anything, be patient. We all were teenagers, and we all had this type of attitude, you know, like where we think we're the best. Oh, sorry. When we think we're the best and we know everything about life and all of that. I'm going to move myself a little bit back up here so I am also a little bit bigger. There you go, that's good. So, yes, no, I mean, I also have students who tend to have this attitude, and that can be really, really, really infuriating and frustrating. I mean, you can't imagine, right? First off, let's be patient. Okay, let's be patient. As I said to Nicole. Okay, first thing, be patient. Yes, be patient and get to know them. Okay. Second, well, when I say this, when you say get to know them, let's see, over here we got to spend time with your students, understand each student's strengths, interests. Yes, same as with Nicole. Same as with Nicole. And also learn about their interests, hobbies, and this one is very important, and backgrounds. This is something that I didn't mention to you, Nicole, but it's really important to know about your students' backgrounds, okay? Because, you know, adolescence is a complicated part of life. It's a complicated part of life. So, some students' parents may be going through a divorce. Some others may, may have suicidal thoughts. Now, fuck. No, man, wait. Okay, so, how do I don't want you guys to see me sentimental, so I'm going to turn off the camera for a moment. Okay, so one of my most difficult experiences, and I see that there's 5 people here. Okay, one of the most difficult experiences that I had was, man, this is tough even. There was a student who was in 7th grade. She was like one of the best students in that class. Very participative, very, she was very motivated, very eager, you know? And I saw that like, no, yeah, she's like really one of the best students I've had with middle school. The grade was seventh, right? And I did my last year of university in that school. Mm. Then a few months later, um, I get a message from my mom. She's like, "Hey, look, you used to go to this school. Do you recognize this girl?" And I'm like, "Let me check." It turns out that this student, well, then like she committed suicide, and well, that was really tough. Honestly, that was too much, because like she was a lovely student, and yeah, she simply did it. We don't know why. We don't really know why, and we have no idea what's going on through our students' minds, right? But when I heard about that news, I have to tell you, man, I was fucking devastated. I cried a lot, and I felt super guilty. I didn't have the balls to go to her service, to her funeral. I didn't have the balls to go. That would have broken me so much more. Because I was also a teenager, and I was really young at that time. I was like, yeah, I was like 18. No, wait, I was like 10 years ago. Uh, oh, I don't know. I think I was like 20, 19 years old. And that was really tough. I was seriously thinking about like not being a teacher anymore. But then I said, you know what? No, that's not good. I need to do something. I need to like make a positive impact in my students. That's why that's why I do my best for giving good classes. Entertaining, at least fun, so that people laugh and forget about their difficult things for a moment. And yeah, a situation like this also happened to me a few years ago with another student. She was a funcionaria from that university. I don't know, that was in the news. Her name was, well, look it up. That was like 3 years ago, 2 or 3 years ago, and a friend called me in the middle of a class and he told me, "Hey, you know, what happened to Claudia? How are you feeling?" And I'm like, "Why? What happened to her?" And then he sent me the link. I was like, "No way." I was cold, and my students told me, "Teacher, are you okay?" I was like, "No, I'm not." And I told my current students about that, and I also told her classmates. That was a Saturday afternoon class, and that was very difficult. You know what? Actually, ah, I need a minute. Sorry. Yeah, thank you guys. Thank you very much. I mean, honestly, yeah, no, man. That's. I mean, dude, people don't know the importance. Fuck. I mean, people don't know the importance of mental health. I mean, it's like this song, like you miss being healthy when you are very sick, right? So, okay, um, so that's why it's important to know their backgrounds. Okay, we can't be super hard and very strict with our students because if they're having a bad time at home, the idea is that they don't have a bad time in your classes. I guess that's the reason why so many students tell me uh, that they like my classes. You know, I think I'm ready to go with the camera again. Oh my god. Okay, so no, actually no, I'm not. Okay, so where were we? Patient, get to know them, someone's with a goal, also learn about interests, hobbies, and backgrounds. Yes. I would say also show genuine interest, That helps build rapport. What? Yeah. That's what I can do. That's what I can tell you. Can go with that. Now let's bring the camera back. Jiva cam. Okay. Yeah, no, that helps in build good relationships. Number two, and as I said with Nicole, same as Nicole. Establish, set clear boundaries. Okay. I don't know if you guys have tried to contact me, like after hours. You get a message. It's like I'm not available. Sorry, tomorrow or later on. You have to set boundaries because students will get used to contacting you off hours. That's one. Second, they will see that you are fine with certain types of comments. That's not good. Okay. So yeah, that's down on that side. Clear boundaries. Yeah. No, I mean that's that. Number three. Now I know it's difficult, but plan according to age. You're not going to bring your students something like what you plan for your little kids if they are teenagers. In the same way, you're not going to give your students, very young students, you're not going to give them an advanced worksheet with lots of stuff, technical stuff. Okay, so that's that. What else? Now also this is super rough, but at the same time, develop classroom management skills. El manejo, that's important. Okay, don't be confrontational. Okay, so become and solve problems in private. Okay, so that your students don't feel ridiculed. Okay, it's like this guy called Ramiro, did something bad. Wait a few minutes after class. I need to talk with you, and what's going on, what's happening, here. Don't be confrontational, okay? What else? What else can I tell you? Yeah, no. I would say something like be flexible. No, be adaptable. That's the word that I'm looking for. Okay. So, if necessary, change your teaching strategies. That will be the best thing I can tell you. Change your teaching strategies. Do it based on what works for your students. No, based on what works best for your students. There you go. That looks better. Okay. Also, what else I can tell you? 6. You know what? I'll put it here. Self-care. Okay. So I know that teaching can be really stressful sometimes, and it can make you feel very, very bad. So it's important to take care of your own well-being. I don't know if well-being is only one word or if it has a little hyphen here. Well/well. Well-being, only one word. Okay. What else can I tell you? This one, get feedback. This is something that may look familiar for you. Thank you very much, Nicole and Valentina, for your comments. So, this is something that I did with you yesterday. I sent you a link and I gave you the space so you can open your ideas with no fear of consequences or anything like that. The reason why I'm doing this video, it's precisely because I wanted to hear your comments and I wanted to know what to do about that. Okay? Get feedback, So why are you going to get feedback? Do this to understand their perspectives and opinions. If I say opinions, is that the same thing? Perspectives and opinions? Let's go with perspectives only. Understand the perspectives, and make changes. No, make adjustments. I like that word. Make adjustments where necessary. I would say those are the 7 things I could tell you. I don't know, I'm actually going to give it some more space here. I hope this helps, anonymous person. I really hope this helps. And this is what I have. Okay. Now, let's see what we have on this next side. That will be Sebastian. How can we handle situations where students tell us xenophobic or racist comments about another classmate or someone that they know? Okay, wow. This is we're getting a lot of questions now. That's great. I like this very much. Okay, so Sebastian, basically what I have here for you is the same thing that I've been telling everybody. Okay. What we're going to do is that we're going to can I copy paste this for stuff? Here, I'm going to go with this. Don't be. Oh, I can't copy. Okay, I should have known. I should have known. Okay, so don't be confrontational. Confrontational. Don't be confrontational. Address issues like this in general, like in public and in general ones. If it persists, do it privately. If it's still going on, delegate it to a higher authority. So let me expand what I'm saying here. Address issues like this in public, but teacher, a few minutes ago you said not to do it. What I mean, like someone called this other person a bad word. Just like, okay, one moment, people, hey, we don't say those things. No, this is not good. Please stop that. Apologize to your classmates. Okay, there you go, and you keep going. If you make a big deal out of that, like a big deal, big drama, that's going to be how to say this, like your weak point is going to be that. So that's, like, hey, we do not do this, class, we do not do this for respect, This person does it one more time, you take it, okay? You, I need you to stay here. So what's going on? And in this case is where you have to be calm. How to lose the battle? Yell. When you yell, you lose the battle. Okay? I don't know if you're still watching this video, Sebastian. If you are watching, report, with a little puntico or something like that, with a little heart, whatever. So I can see that you guys are watching. No, I don't see the hearts. I thought it was the name or the photo there. Okay, so there's where we're going to say calmly. Person X, what you are telling person Y is not good. It's called disrespecting, it's called being xenophobic, it's called being racist. This is not good. I want you to stop doing this. I want you to stop saying mean comments to the students. You talk. Like that sticker, literally, that diálogo sticker? Like that. Okay. Okay, give me one moment. Okay, give me one moment. Just a second. Okay, back with the parents. Thank you very much, Sebastian. Thank you very much. All right, so yes, in this case, there is where you're going to address the situation. If that student still is doing that, both of us stay after class together. We're going to go to the coordinator. This student is doing this and this and this and that, and that's going to either cause him suspension or to leave him a mark in his file. Now, depending on the student, they won't care or they will care a lot, but that's okay. So basically that will be delegate if the situation is getting out of your control. If the coordinator is not, like, if the parent is not doing anything, the coordinator is not doing anything, the director is not doing anything, well, I don't know if you can take him to the police. But yeah, always, look for someone higher authority. Okay. Create how can I say this? An inclusive and supportive atmosphere, atmosphere in your class. Okay. Make your students feel valued and respected. That's all that I have for you, Sebastian. This sometimes gets out of our control because what we see in a student, it's a reflection of what happens at home. And well, those things, I'm sorry, I'm just checking here. Dropped frames, 78 frames, okay. Okay, give me one moment. Thank you very much. Thank you, Camilo, thank you very much. Okay, so yeah, that's what I have for you. Basically, that's the best thing you could do. Be a supportive teacher, okay? And don't be confrontational. Okay. All right, so thank you very much. Thank you very much. I can do anything. Okay, so let's see if we have everything good with Sebastian's answer. I guess we can continue. Yes. Persist to it privately, so go interrogated, create an inclusive and supportive atmosphere. Make your students feel valued. Feel valued and respected. Okay. Alright, let's go. Give us 3 warm-up activities that have worked the most in your classes with teenagers. Yes, sir. Good one. Okay. Oh, wait. Oh, wait. I didn't see this one. How can we manage teenagers with lack of motivation? I'm going to take the same thing as I said before, you know. Get to know your students' interests, hobbies, passions, and backgrounds. Connect with them genuinely, and that the report will do the rest. More than anything, be extra patient. It will work in the long run, and your students will remember you. Okay. There. Alright. So, getting back to, now this looks very different. Okay. Give us 3 warm-up activities that have worked the most in your classes with teenagers. Here's one that I do a lot. And what I love about activities like this and the ones that I have seen in your school, in your micro-teaching sessions, adaptable activities are the best. So, we're going to go with, and depending on the level, give me 10. Okay? So, with this one, what you're going to do is you're going to draw a line to divide the word in 2 or 3, depending on the amount of students. Okay? So, first off, we're going to do this. Second, what you're going to do is that you're going to make teams. Teams or small groups. Okay, then choose a leader for each group. So I teach you, no, I don't want to. What I do when students don't want to, I take my markers, like these ones, for example. I don't know if you can see them here in the stream. Chat, can you see the markers? So this one is blue, this one is black. I put them like this and I cover them. Let me move this. So like this. There you go. So you go like this, you put them together and you cover them like this. Okay. Ideally they have to look similar. Very, very similar. I'll take these two, for example. 3, 4 on the side. I'll take these two. They look, both of them look very old. Blue, black, like this. And I tell them, and I cover it like this. Whoever gets the black marker is going to be the leader. So they, and you hold it a little bit so there's like the drama pressure. No! So they go first. Okay, and you do the same thing with the other team. It's a lot of fun because they have like this feeling of randomness, you know. So that's good. Okay, after that, do the marker strategy, or jump to 150 40 in the video. I've been doing this for almost 2 hours. Okay, so after that you're going to have each leader go to the board. Okay, and you're going to explain this to them. You're going to give them a category. Okay, so you're going to give them a category. Let's say, for example, we have and here is where I'm saying you can adapt it to any level, any age, and I love this very much. So you got 2 groups, 2 lines, and the first category is foods. Simple. So they go mango, lemon, eggs, banana, and the first student who writes 10 stops. I say stop. If the other student only has 7 or 8, it's okay. So what you're going to do here is that you want them to start to expand their vocabulary and to think a bit further. So you say you have banana on this side and you also have banana on this side. You erase it, and that's going to be 1 point less for both teams. Oh, but you have mango here and you have mango here. Gone. True. You wrote milk, but you wrote milk with a C. Is this correct? No, it's not. True. You delete it. And round after round, you do it like that. Okay? Round after round, you do it like that. Usually, it's funny because usually in the end, every round is like 2 points, 3 points. So you can set a number of rounds so that, let's say, for example, you have 4 students here, 4 students there, 4 rounds, or points, you know, like 20 points. Okay, the first to write 20 points. Okay, these are activities that we can use with teenagers, that we can use with adults. Okay, not with children, I wouldn't say, but this is for teenagers. Okay, give them a category. Okay, have students write words related to that category. For example, foods, there you go, banana, apple, egg, whatever. Okay, first to write 10, yells, stop. Okay, delete repeated word, misspelled words, rinse and repeat. Okay, adapt either to points or rounds. Okay, that's 1. Give me 10. What do you guys think about this activity? Leave your comments down below. I will take a moment to take some more water, turn on the light, And let me know what you think in the comment section down below. That sounded very YouTube-ish, you know? But okay, I'm going to be back in just a moment. Alrighty, so that's better. With the lights on, it's a little bit better. What do you guys think about this activity? I think it's a good one. It's exactly. They like competitions, and that's something that motivates them a lot. So let's get back to the list. Okay, so these are the rules. Okay, but teacher, what can you give them? Well, you can reward them with points for the next exam. You can give them some candy, or like if you have the money for that, it's like the winner can take whatever they want from the cafeteria, something like that. So that's one. I don't know, like this person specifically requested for 3 warm-up activities, so that's the first one. Give me 10. You can also make it shorter with give me 5. Okay. Here's another one that I use a lot, and this is a classic, word chains. It's a classic from the hood. Okay. First one, divide the class into groups. It could be groups of like 2 groups, 3 groups, into, I like to make this one 2, no matter the number of students. If they're 4 or if they're 20 students, even better. Okay, 2. Write a big number on the board. Well, okay, write a big number on the board. Now something real, something measurable. Usually I go with 100. Usually. Okay, 3. Each member of the team will write 1 word, okay, on the board. The second, like each member of the team will write 1 word on the board. Okay, here's this. Great. Team 1 writes 1 word. Or team 2 writes another word, but this one needs to begin with the last letter of the previous word. So, example, I go with mango. So, team 1 has the word mango. Mango has 5 letters. That will be 5 points. Team 2 now needs to write a word that begins with the letter O. Ideally, it will have to be longer than the word mango. So I'm gonna go with like ocelot. I don't know. Ocelot has 6 letters, so it'll be 6 points. And what you're going to do is that you're going to sum. Okay. For example, team 1 then goes with the word take. So that one is 4 letters. Then team 2 will go with the word elephant, right? That will be 8 points. They always write elephant, always. It's one of the banned words that I have when playing a game on the board. So if you do the math, I know this is terrible and difficult, but if you do the math, 5 plus 4 equals 9 points. 6 plus 8 equals 14. So team 2 here, like this. 9 and como hago la rayita larga, tengo que poner una L, eso aquí, fuerte. Okay, the winner is someone who gets to 100 first. like this should do the trick. Okay, something like that. That's the score. So team 1 has 9 points, team 2 has 14 points, and the winner is the first team that gets to 100. It's just an example. You can go with 50, but that's very short. You can go with 120. You can also set special rules, like for example, one word that is minimum 5 letters that begins with this one. Also, I also have some rules, like no names, no bad words, and no brands. For example, if they write Samsung, I'm sorry, Samsung is a brand, don't write it. But if they write Sophia, sorry, Sophia is a name, that one doesn't count. Okay, that's that. Let me know what you guys think of this activity. This one is really good. It usually is like 10 minutes long, 10, 15 minutes, depending on how competitive the group is feeling. Okay, that's another one, word chains. And let's see which other one we have. I don't know how to call this one. Let's call it like Big Boggle. I mean, I know this is an actual game, a board game, but it's like give students. Here's this. Well, hold on. Like word scavenger or something like that. I don't know how to name it. Okay, give students one word on the board. Okay. Let me be clear here. Give students one. So write a long word on the board. 2. Have students find as many combinations as possible. Find as many combinations, as many possible word combinations. No. As many. How do I say this, bro? As many words as possible using only the letters on the word. Using the letters of the word. So here's an example. I go with the word understand. Easy peasy, right? So we have read, read, stand, deer, star, rat, deer, tears, etc. Okay, near, yes. I think you guys get the point. Wins the student who gets the most words within X amount of minutes. Okay, so you can say you have 5 minutes, you have 1 minute, or 10 minutes. Go, right? You can go with long words. Those are 3 ones that I use a lot with teenagers and also with adults. And vocabulary games are usually what students need the most. When you're tired of, Kahoot and quizzes and all that, you just want to do something different, or you don't have the technology available, you can go with that. Okay. What do you think of this third activity, the second and third activity? Let me know in the comment section. The last comment that I got was from Shirley. Thank you very much, Shirley. Okay, let me respond to a message here. Okay, here. Okay, I'm back. So that's what I have. That's what I have for you. I hope that these activities help and make your class a little bit more interesting. Let's see what we have next. Okay, 3 warm-up activities. How can we manage to make use of lack of motivation? How can we handle the situations where students tell us? Okay, how to develop L2 in children and how we can create and adapt materials. This is an excellent question. Okay. So first off, first things first. First things first. How old are the kids? You know? Are the kids? Well, actually, I'm not going to write this. I'm going to say it, and then I'm going to write the key points. First things first. How old are children? If it's a kid who is 2 years old, you can start by naming things in English. If it's a kid who is in, I don't know, 3rd grade, 4th grade, a kid who is 8 years old, 9 years old, 5, I mean, it depends a lot on the age and the plasticity. We saw that in our exam. We can go with basic vocabulary first, okay? And this is something that I don't criticize, but I do mention a lot to other teachers. When I was studying, the prestige, quote unquote, was the student who spoke the fastest, was the student who sounded the most fluent, the most natural, you know? But what's the point of speaking fast? What's the point of pretending to be fluent if the other person is not going to understand what you're saying? See what I'm saying? If the other person is not going to get what you're saying, there's no communication. And this person won't understand a single thing. And there, as teachers, that's fatal. Short instructions, simple instructions, demonstrations. Okay? Open the book, close the book, okay? Page 40, and that's a big number. You can write that on the board. 40, okay? Page 40. 40, 40, 40, you know, and the student starts to relate the words that you say with the things that you do. This also happens with adults. There is an adult, well, there are adults who actually like, teacher, es que usted dice una expresión mucho, pero es que yo no entiendo. ¿Qué significa? Ay, ay. Yo, ¿cómo? Ay, ay, no sé. Entonces yo les digo, bueno, cuando me escuches decirla, me dices de una vez, me cortas, profe, esa, right? Entonces me dicen, ya, entonces lo que yo digo es, all right. Entonces escribo, all right. Y yo la pronuncio, alright, alright, so here's this and this and this. Eso significa tra. And they start to relate to their lives. I mean, how did you learn Spanish in the first place? I don't think that you were a little kid with a Spanish textbook, you know, like, I'm talking little like 3 years old, 2 years old, no, like that little, with a textbook. Okay, today we are going to study pretérito plus perfecto. No. You learn by listening. That is what we're going to do. That is what we're going to do as we're teaching our little kids. We're going to learn, we're going to teach, we're going to give the example by listening. Okay? That's what I think, and that's what personally has worked for me. Don't use complex vocabulary, not at all. Don't go with complex vocabulary. So go as simple as possible. One, be direct, be clear, be concise. If a student with a low level is hearing you say words like gonna, wanna, okay, when they have a little bit more of a level, you can start to explain these things to them. Sorry, there's a lot of noise in the background. There are little kids going on. There are little kids going around. Okay? So that's that. Let's keep that in mind. Don't go with advanced words. Go with vocabulary that only your students will understand. Okay? Go with that. Okay? So let's go with that. So, as of language, keep it simple, keep it short, keep it concise, Okay. Keep it simple, keep it short, keep it concise. 2. Language is always the same, no matter the age, right? The parts of the body are the same for little kids, they're the same for adults, they're the same for teenagers. The grammar has been the same since the 70s or before, even before than that. How do we adapt it? Make everything as simple as possible. Make everything as simple as possible, but don't make it simpler. Okay? Always LE5. Okay? Explain. Like I'm 5. Eso significa, no? Explain like I'm 5. Explain to your students like they're 5 years old. No matter the age. If they are adults, if they are teenagers, always ELI5. Always. My students from phonetics this semester understood things they hadn't understood in their first semester because of that. So I used analogies a lot, like Legos and all that. Like for talking about phonotactical processes, I use this and this and this and that. Like that. Always provide examples. Okay. Okay. So hold on just a moment. Be very visual. Okay. Very visual. A lot. When I say this, they have to be visual. Is use your body, use your body when speaking, okay? Use lots of visual, lots of images, videos, GIFs, whatever you can to show an idea, okay? Whatever, I mean, lots of images. This could be images online, they could be flashcards, anything. Anything works. I mean, they exist for a reason. Okay? What else? How to adapt? Well, again, parts of the body are always the same for adapting. Just this. Adapting. Make everything as simple as possible. Don't make it simpler, make it visual. Also go with colors in order to facilitate association. Anytime you facilitate association with colors. I don't know if you guys in the video, I don't know if you guys have ever played Grand Theft Auto, or like at least, I don't know. I mean, I don't know if you guys have you? I'll tell you why in just a moment. Let me just let me show an example here. I'm looking for an image, so I can put it as a reference. Okay. Here's this. Text. Instructions. Oh fuck! I can't find an example of what I'm looking for. But the thing is that as you're playing, in games like GTA, for example, they're like, no, go to the store, for example. So you're driving to the store, and the store, the words "the store" are in yellow. And the map shows you the GPS with yellow, right? So that's where you know where you have to go, and you start to associate. oh, get rid of this person and this one. And the names of those people, like eliminate Merryweather. They're like some mercenaries from that video game, for the ones who haven't played GTA 5. So they're like mercenaries, but it's like eliminate Merryweather soldiers, for example. And the words Merryweather soldiers are in red. And we start to associate, and in the map, they look red. Okay? So we start to associate. Then there says like protect Franklin, whatever. Franklin is the name of one of the characters in the game, just in case you guys don't know. And the word Franklin, the name, is in blue. So we start to associate. Blue, allies. Red, enemies. Yellow, places or objectives, right? And we don't need to read all the time, but we start to associate with colors like, I need to pick this up, I need to do this and that. Game developers do something similar. They do something similar here. If you see a red barrel in a video game, the first thing you think is, if I shoot that, it's going to explode, and it happens, right? If I see something that is like glowing, that means because I can collect it, and we associate those visuals. That's for video games. When we are watching a movie and we start to listen, well, this is not visual, but you kind of get the idea, and you start listening to this scary music, so you know that something bad is going to happen. You hear the tension, and then you know that's a scary movie, so it's like, yo, fudge, he's the enemy, you know, like it's the monster, whatever, you know, so that's what's going on. We associate, and that's what we're going to do when teaching. Okay, we need to make visuals. We can use red for writing the subject. We can use black for writing the verb, and I'm sorry, vice versa. We can use black for the subject, red for the verb, blue for complement, like structuring changes, whatever. But these little things work. Okay, so we have to be very visual, and this is not only for kids. This is also for teenagers, for adults, for very old adults. That also works. Okay, so I hope that helps. I say more like in 2 hours, 10, something like that. Here. Okay, so that's how you adapt materials. How to create? Again, simplicity is key here. Okay, go with clear visuals, clear instructions, and more than anything, clear instructions and language, and more than anything, go with clear visuals, instructions. Well, yeah, no, I already say that. The language. Okay. Go with clear visuals, clear instructions, and language. If we are working the parts of the body, which one are you going to teach? Are you going to teach ear, or are you going to start eardrum? You know, like, oh man, I forgot the parts of the ear now. Thanks. Okay, let's say you're going to teach the parts of the face. You're going to teach the parts of the face. So you go with eyes, nose, mouth. So eyes, nose, mouth, ears. That's it. Maybe eyebrows, you know, like eyelashes or something like that. But if you're going to go with the eyes, you go like, no, retina, iris, No, what's going on, man? So keep it within your means. Know what you're going to teach. Okay, so that's also what we need to keep in mind over there. Okay, chat, what do you think? Let me know what you guys think in the chat. Like send a message. I want to stop for a moment because I'm speaking like fucking crazy right now. And you know, like send a message or something. Like I'm getting very thirsty right now, man. So you know, like send a little something. Money if you can. And donations. Oh man. Okay. Anything? Give me something, chat. Okay. Can I create a... What is this? No, I can't. Okay. So nothing in the chat, huh? Alright. Just the mundo viene fue a sufrir. Mentira, no. Okay, simplicity is key. Go with clear visuals, clear instructions, language. Okay. Don't extend vocabulary too much. Okay. When explaining grammar, go concept by concept. What do I mean by this? If you're going to explain the verb be, absolutely, you can. You go one by one. I am. Okay, I am a student. Listo. I am. Ta, ta, ta. Then another day. You are. Ta, 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 you know, and then you start. Que no con este otro. I am. You are. Ta, ta, ta. Little by little. Again, it also depends on the age, but little by little. Okay. Extra patience as well. You know. Okay. I think that's what I have for these guys for now. I'm going to give this person a like. There you go. All right. Bueno. There you go. Jueguitos con el chat. From where are you watching, chat? Desde donde andamos viendo. Okay. Bueno. Dice por acá. Anonymous, don't be confrontational. Okay. Where do you prefer to teach English? School, university, or institute? And why? Oh my God, I love this question. This is a great question. This is an amazing question. All the questions are, but that's a great question. Okay, so, of course, you can jump to 2, 24, 28 to hear the answer. I love teaching in general, okay? I like to teach at academies, I like to teach at schools, I like to teach at universities, in private classes, I also like that, okay? I like that very much. What I would say, maybe, would be, from my cell phone. Thank you, Valenji. Thank you very much. Okay. Can I do this? Ah, no, never mind. Okay, so what we're going to do, well, what I was telling you is, do I prefer to teach in school languages or institutes? I love teaching in general. I do a lot. Every place has their different type of way of teaching. I mean, like the education that you get at university, of course, is different from an institute, right? I would say that each of them has a lot and a little. Let's take it one by one. School. I love teaching. What I love about teaching in schools. Okay, what I love about teaching. sorry, but you get the point. No, in that case, no, I don't like schools. University or institutes? Well, the schools, unless it's little kids. If it's little kids, yes. If it's teens, it's like meh. Universities. Working at university, I mean, this is my first semester, and when I started to study, I said, you know, one day, I'm going to be a university teacher. One day, I am going to give back to the community. One day, I'm going to not change the world, of course, but one day I'm going to do this. That's my dream from now on. And I got the call before this semester began, and the rest is history. You know, call is convocatoria, right? But it can also be llamada. But okay, so anyway, I got the call, and I'm here. And so far, I think the experience of working at a university, it's like a dream came true to me, and I can't be grateful enough for this lovely experience. There are some things that I love about it, and some things that I didn't like much. But what I love most is that university students, university teachers usually have this impact on students. And to me, it's an honor, honestly, that I am part of your professional development. This is a very nice, I would say it's an honor. And I'm serious about that. I mean, you can see it in my eyes. It's an honor for me to help you out, to do this live stream where I'm doing the things that sadly we weren't able to do in class because I said goodbye. But that doesn't mean, we can meet on Thursday or by the end of the semester one last time for a compartir. But I will say that working at a university is amazing because there is more responsibility from students. Yes, in some students there is more responsibility. I like it because you interact with people, and I don't know, because it kind of helps me connect with that part of my life, and it's good, to revisit. The first time that I went to university this year, I almost cried because the university is totally different from when I came in and studied. There were no smart screens on the board in the classrooms. So many things changed. I mean, the Wi-Fi now, it's still shit, but it's kind of decent, right? I like that. I mean, I am grateful about that, actually. The only thing maybe that I don't like is that, and that's like a pet peeve, like something very little. It's you on your own as a teacher. Okay? If you're going to design, if they give you a course, it's your course, my friend. You see what you're gonna do, right? I had the help of many amazing teachers. I got the help from Professor Morales, from Professor Swisler, from Professor Castellanos. Like so many of them helped me a lot. From Professor, I think her last name is Diaz or something like that, but very nice, very nice. They were very nice, very helpful, very generous, very open, very supportive. That's something that I don't see very often working at institutes. I'm working in this one, but I worked at another one before. No, man, the work environment is very toxic sometimes, right? So this is more like a chismecito slash story time. No, but but yes, I would say that choosing any of those three, I would go with university because that's what I dreamed of when I started to study this. And I started to notice so many things at university. Like it's a whole new world. And it's amazing, actually. Now, you have to be even more careful than in an institute because here at an institute, I can have fun with my students and we can make jokes and stuff, but at a university, or at least what I noticed from this group and the other group that I have, is that you have to be super, very extra, mega, ultra careful with the things that you do and the things that you say, because anything could get you in trouble. Whereas here, it's more casual, so that's great. Or I don't know if that's something that I am putting in my head as, you know, the professionalism, so I don't know, but yes, it's a whole new world. It's totally different, and I love every minute of it. Workload. Out of those three, the workload at university is way more tremendous than at institutes or schools, because you know assignments are more complex, are longer, they require more of students. So that's what I would say. Like long story short, I would go with university. Like top three, university. Top three is school. Third place, second place, institute. First place, university. I honestly don't know if I'm going to get the chance of keeping teaching there next semester. If I do, amazing. If I don't, well, I live the dream at least for a little. But of course, if I had my way, I would go fully 100% university because I love it. I love my university. I am grateful for everything it gave me, and because I have the chance to give back a little bit. I hope that answers your question. So here's this. I'm going to simply send the link. Oh, I can't. Can I edit it? I can't. Mainstream. Go browser. Interact. Oh yes, I already sent the comment. That's good. But yes, guys, absolutely and definitely university. Okay, now we're going to move on. We're actually about to finish this. Okay. The next question will be tra. Okay. Tips for improving our listening and speaking skills. Actually, I have different way. Wait, I'm looking for a file here, but I don't remember the name. Play the video. No, like alternative. What's the name of that fucking file? Okay, good. So, tips for improving our listening and speaking skills. Okay. I thought you were talking about your students' listening and speaking skills. Oh, yeah. Of course, absolutely. Okay. So, That's 2:35, 12. From my personal experience, what has worked for me is to program my brain as English mode. How do I do it? My laptop, if you guys have noticed, my laptop is entirely in English, right? My phone is entirely in English. I'm sorry, perdón si esto suena picado o algo, pero my Apple TV is also in English. I mean, I watch TV in English with subtitles in English. I listen to music in English, so you get the point. I'm always thinking in English, right? And I got used to it. I got used to thinking in English. My ex-girlfriend and my wife, they told me that I speak sleeping. I speak while I sleep, and I speak English. And not only I speak English, but I teach in English while I'm sleeping. Sometimes. That's a secret. That's a secret that now is public to the two people who are watching. Okay, I'm going to send another message here. It's like I'm about to finish. Okay, so where was I? Yeah, program your brain to think in English all the time. Consume all the content that you can in English. You're right, Shirley. It's not a secret anymore, huh? But I would say that. That's what I do. That's what, for my personal experience, program your brain to think in English 100%. That's I think that's about it. Thank you. See ya. Okay, so digest all content you can in English. Eat, sleep, and breathe English. Okay. You know what? I'm going to have the person go back to this part of the stream. Because I want more views, baby. I want that YouTube money. Okay. Also, yes, no, at 6, because I have to connect with my students with the students that I'm observing. Crap. Okay. So, that's that, I would say. On this side, how to foster FL or L2. Well, thanks a lot for the explanation. Learning in children, teenagers, and adults. God damn it, this is a good question, man. Okay, give me just a moment. I'm going to send a message here real quick. Okay. Right. If you have worked with adults, please tell me. No, here. How to foster FL learning in children, teenagers, and adults. We can jump to 2:39:22 to check the answer. I hope that is like this. Now, first, there is this big problem. Look at me here, big screen. First, there is this big problem with English. People have this negative perception of the language because when they started to learn, they had a horrible experience with it. We don't want that with our students. We don't want that with our students, and no matter the age, we don't want that. How do we do it? mm, show people that it's not so bad after all, right? Show people that English is not what they think it is. Like it's not a bunch of grammar rules. It's not a bunch of like complex language. Not at all, man. How do you show it? Depending of the attitude that you have towards the language at the moment of teaching. Yeah. What do I mean by this? If you're like, people know, let's do this exercise, but I know it's very difficult. No, this exercise is very difficult. Then, you know, if you wanna go with like, I need to take a moment, dude. I'm starting to get tired right now. But basically, that's that. Show a positive attitude as much as possible. Show people that English is not as bad as they think it is. Be very patient with learners. Very, very, very patient. I mean, patience and perseverance are key processes here. We have to act according to the audience that we get. Because, for example, if we have little kids, as I said before, we're not going to go fully technical. Or if we have adults, we're not going to go with songs for kids or anything, right? Because they're not going to feel comfortable in either side of the spectrum. Sorry, sponsored by Senior Frogs. Okay. And then, okay. So, let's see. Moment. Alright, yeah, good. So, we need to know our audience, and we need to show a positive attitude, and we need to go with simple exercises. Everything is a process, okay? It's not like, how do I go to a gym and get fit in 15 days? We know it's impossible. How do I, like those places that say you can speak English fluently in 2 months? That's bullshit. And everybody knows it. It takes time. It takes a lot of work. It takes a lot of patience. But in the end, the results are worth it very much. Okay, so positive attitude, basically. Positive attitude. Don't saturate your students with work. That's the mistake that I made with you guys. I gave you a lot of work, and that was very counterproductive. But at the same time, we understood that it's because I had lots of shit to do that I couldn't, I couldn't get someone to take care of for me. But, had I known that I needed a teacher assistant, I could have asked any of you to help me out. But okay. I think that's what I have. Now, let's see, for listening, that's that. How to foster learning, children, adults. Okay, let's take a look at this last one. I think this is the last question of the session, unless, of course, more questions pop up. Okay, this one goes. Hi, if you have worked with adults, please tell me some activities to do with them. I mean steerers, warm-up, fillers, or adaptable activities to put a topic in practice. Sometimes I'm out of ideas. My friend, sometimes I am out of ideas as well. Okay. I would say that we could take the same thing as with Anonymous, like take the same 3 examples as of Anonymous. There in the middle. Okay. First, those are 3. Second, okay. Find common features in your students. For example, are they wearing glasses? Okay, you know what? I'll say this. I'll say this and then I'll write it, the key points. So you're gonna find common features in your students, like are they wearing glasses? Are they wearing white shoes? Do they have shorts, jeans, a skirt? Are they 10 years old? I mean, well, we're saying adults. Okay. You know, like those things. Do they go to the gym twice a week? Do they like hamburgers? Do they love their parents? You know, like basic things. You can get them to mix. Something similar to what William did in his activity yesterday. For the ones who were not present or the ones who are watching this video and have no idea about who William is, it's okay. A steerer is when you mix the students, basically. Everybody who has the same things, stand up and switch seats. Example, everybody who's wearing blue jeans, switch seats. So, the ones with blue jeans, switch. Anyone who likes, you know, like salchipapa, I'm hungry now. Salchipapa, switch seats. Ideally, you're going to go with things they have in common. I like video games. Okay. I don't know, my favorite color is blue. And that can also help you get to know your students a little bit better. Okay. Alright. What else can I say? Well, that one, last year, that one could be. Okay. Or the classic. No, ABC, ABC, ABC. Alright, A's on this side, B's on this side, C's on this side. You can go to this website that is called well, I think it's called like Group Maker or something like that. Group Maker. This is just a moment. Yeah, random lists. I talked about this during my diploma course. Okay, and have they're wearing glasses, white shoes. Are just 5 students, worst. Okay. Etc. Have them switch seats. Okay, 3. A, B, C, A, B, B, C. Alright, 4. If that doesn't work, what? No, I can't paste it. No way, dude, I have to manually write the. Okay, www.randomlists.com/team-generator. Siete en ataque. HTTPS // Listo. Now that one's good. That's the Group Maker. There's another website that is pretty cool that is called ClassTools. https://classtools.net. ClassTools.net. Y te lo que tú me estás amando. Okay, /random /group-generator. There you go. Those two help me organize the students. Alright. Hablemos de amor. Veníamos beso. Okay, so I forgot to tell you that the adults are just 5 students. Worst. Small groups tend to get a little bit stressful over time. Okay? And the reason why it becomes, I'm going to move, I'm going to move myself to this side. Can I reverse my video? There. I don't want my number to be visible to everyone. Okay. Can you give me a moment? No, no. Yeah, no, that's that. Alright, I'm moving to this right in the little corner where nobody sees me. That's good. Okay, so working with little groups could be a little bit tedious sometimes. Okay. Let me send a message. Class observations. Okay. Class online. Skip the video. But change on. If necessary. Or send me again. Alright, so I'm going to wrap this up real quick. Working with small groups can be really tedious, but at the same time it's also good because you won't need to have like extra work forever and ever. You can simply do things like debates, discussions, listening activities, dictations. You can go with many activities. Actually, you can spend a lot of time playing games, like Kahoot and all that. There's this website that is called GameKit. It's for 5 players. They have a lot of games over there. What else can you do? Because if it's only 5 students, so I don't know. Give me one moment. Oops, what's making that terrible noise? Let me turn the microphone a little bit. Okay. All right. So lots of activities, like those small groups, debates, discussions, conversations, talking about their hobbies, 2 truths, 1 lie. Projects, you can have them do projects depending on the level of your students. It could be complex projects or easy projects. If it's a level with advanced students, you can go with something like how to find a problem that's going on in the city and find a solution to it. Like, for example, if they see that in Ibagué there's a big problem with holes, so proposing a solution, designing something to fix the problem, or how to I forgot the word, how to curb the food waste problem. Those things like those, like critical thinking, that would be good. If it's low level students, you can have them do things like designing a yearbook with their students. You can also have them do interviews, role play interviews, things like those. What else? I guess that's going to be pretty much everything I have. I don't know. But okay, so I answered. Oh, here's this one. Fuck's sake, man. 1 more minute. Wait, is this like from 1 minute or do I? Let me check something. Browser. Acá que me estás amando. Que con tu mirada. Okay, I'm going to remove this for a moment. Now I'm going to add it one more time. I can't seem to refresh. I can't seem to be able to refresh the. Here's this. Right over here. We go with this. Right here. I'm going to make it a little bit bigger, actually. I'm gonna go with this right here. This right here. There you go. I think that's good. Yo quiero un ouch, que me haga ouch, no tenga ouch, voy a darle ouch. Okay, and I'm going to take this one out. Cool. That should do the trick. Hablemos de amor, pero un beso. I have that song in my head. I've had it for a really long time. Sorry. Okay. Here's this. And let's go with this. Sorry, I'm just like organizing this to make it a little bit smaller, you know, like easier to read. If I fuck's sake, like this. There you go. Suggest platforms to find worksheets and activity, please. Of course I can. First thing that we're going to do, go with 256.10. First thing we're going to go to this website that is called bcteacher.org. That one is the one that I personally use. eslworksheets.com, islcollective.com. perfectenglishgrammar.com. You can go like this website is super fucking old, but it works a lot for students. agendaweb.org, it's really old, the design, but it works. What else? You can go with this. There's this website. Let me look for it again. Like worksheets, like interactive. I don't remember the name of this fucking website, or unless live worksheets. That's the one. liveworksheets.com. With those ones, you can actually interact. You know, that's good. What else? There's this website that is called EnglishForEveryone.org, you know. And I guess that's it. I mean, I know there are many more, but I can't really think of any of them. Okay, so like, or if you're too lazy, go to, there you go, that's an activities. Okay, that's that. All right, so I don't know if the chat has any questions or comments. Put your name down below so I can, you know, I can keep you, I can, you know, like keep you in mind for anything may happen, you know. Hay para tenerlos en cuenta para el día a mí. So, you know, like make a comment down in the chat so I can, you know, like thank you personally for watching. So I want to say thanks to Shirley for staying all this long. I also want to thank Sebastian for joining in, Valentina and Laura for joining it for a couple of minutes. Same thing as John. Great job guys. Thanks a lot for joining and thanks a lot for the support. To Camilo, and yeah, that's going to be it. All right, so I'm going to finish this. I'm going to finish this stream with, you know, with some music, and then we'll call it a day. All right. So thank you very much, everybody. Have a great rest of the day. I'll see you around. Never stop learning, and that's it. God damn it, you're still around? It's over. Go.